You can have high cholesterol and never get heart disease. You can have low cholesterol and get heart disease. Let's talk about cholesterol and heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Minke. This is Minke Wellness. And your doctor might not like what I'm going to say because it sort of contradicts the basic, sort of philosophy right now, or the approach that has been going on in the medical system for the last 30 years, which is if anyone has high cholesterol, let's lower the cholesterol because that will protect against heart disease. But basically anyone that's gone to the doctor, millions and millions of people are now on cholesterol lowering medication. So we've got low cholesterol. Have we made a dent in heart disease? No, heart disease has only gone up. So what's the deal? We've got a bunch of people with low cholesterol. It's all within normal range, but we still have heart disease. The deal is actually quite simple, and that is that the correlation between heart disease and cholesterol is missing a tiny little piece about this, and that is whether it's oxidized cholesterol or not. If the cholesterol is oxidized, if we have high oxidative stress in our system, then the cholesterol ends up being sticky, and it ends up attaching to the walls, creating hardening of the arteries, creating plaque, and we end up with heart disease. We blockage of the coronary arteries, which leads to a heart attack. So what is this thing with sticky cholesterol versus not sticky cholesterol? What is that all about? And like I said, that has to do with oxidation. So oxidized cholesterol ends up being sticky, and even if you have low cholesterol but all of it's oxidized, you will get heart disease. If you have super high cholesterol and none of it is oxidized, you will not get heart disease. It's just a correlation. It's not an absolute causation. So high cholesterol does not guarantee heart disease. And low cholesterol does not guarantee safety or protection against heart disease. It has to do with oxidation. So that comes back to lifestyle. How do you get oxidized cholesterol? It's called fried foods, okay? When you fry fat, first of all, let me back up. No vegetable product has cholesterol, okay? That does not mean that you should feel free to eat fried vegetable fat all you want, because you still have oxidized fat that then goes in and transfers that oxidative stress to the cholesterol in your system. The more lipid peroxidase, more fat, toxic fat that you eat, the more fried fat that you eat, the more oxidative stress you put on your system, the more sticky cholesterol you're going to have, whether it's high or low. Now, obviously, if you have higher cholesterol and you have then you have more chance of having some of that be sticky, okay? So if you're in the middle ground and you have high cholesterol, then you're going to, then you could have more increased risk of heart disease. The problem is that when we have this idea that, oh, okay, I'm taking a medication and I have lowered my cholesterol, therefore I don't have to worry about heart disease. Absolutely false. And I think it's actually giving people a false sense of security, and they're saying, hey, you know what, I'm on cholesterol medication, I don't have to worry, I can just go eat whatever I want. No, absolutely not true. Okay, lifestyle is critical if you want to protect your cardiovascular system, and we're really talking about fried fatty foods. This is not ambiguous, okay? Absolutely not ambiguous. So the way to protect yourself is to change out your diet. Eat more raw foods, okay? This is not a mystery. People are talking about this all over, okay? This is raw foods, less cooked stuff. Reduce your amount of animal products, especially animal fat, okay, which has your cholesterol. If you're eating eggs and you have high cholesterol and you're worried about that, then back off on your eggs. The yolk of the egg is almost pure cholesterol. Now, you could eat the runny yolk, and that's better than eating the yolk that's been made hard, because the runny yolk is not as oxidized. So you're getting the good cholesterol that's not oxidized. So that's fine. That's much better for you. So let's back up a little bit and talk about cholesterol and why do we need cholesterol? Why do we care about this? Is this like God's curse to humanity that, He gave us cholesterol so that we can get heart disease? No. Cholesterol is manufactured by your body whether you eat it or not. Now, obviously, if you eat a bunch of fried, junky, poor quality cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol, that's not going to help you, okay? But whether you eat cholesterol or not, you could end up with elevated cholesterol because your body is there producing cholesterol. Now, why does it produce cholesterol? Because it needs that cholesterol to manufacture steroid hormones. You've heard of hormones. Steroid hormones are the hormones that are produced by the adrenal gland, and they usually end in some kind of the testosterone, progesterone. These are all of your owns, if you will, are these based on cholesterol. So you need those hormones, and if the body is low on hormones, it will increase the amount of cholesterol. So this is why there's a correlation in some people between depression and lowering cholesterol. So some people get on a cholesterol lowering medication, they lower their cholesterol, and all of a sudden they crater and they're depressed. Why? Because they needed that elevated cholesterol in order to produce their hormones, okay? And without those hormones, they get depressed and things fall apart. So it's a bit tricky, isn't it, right? We want to, if the body is pushing the cholesterol levels up because it needs it for hormone production, then we want to keep our elevated cholesterol, but we also don't want to die of heart disease. Well, how do we protect against heart disease? And that comes down to keeping the body, keeping the inflammation low, and that's lifestyle, okay? That is all about stress and diet, and toxins that we bring into our body. This is all about my wellness strategy. So if you're not sure what to do to promote healthy levels of inflammation in your body, if you're not sure what to do about the lifestyle and then go start at the first of my wellness program here in the beginning of the year. Go to my YouTube channel, Minke Wellness, and start on week 1, start on month 1, and work your way through. If you just want to focus this month on cardiovascular, that's fine, but it's a lifestyle change. You've got to make the full lifestyle change and full commitments, and you can do it, and it is worth it, okay? It is so much, you'll feel so much better. You're not feeling as good as you can if you're sitting on cholesterol lowering medication and just eating whatever you want because you think you're safe. That is really, you're gaining weight in the middle, you know that, and guys, I'm talking to you guys especially, and, you get that gut and it's getting bigger, and here we are in middle age, and you're adding more pounds every year. This is not helping your organs. You know it's not. And what's the answer? The answer is I've got to make a lifestyle change. You can't just keep eating what you're eating. You know that. So I'm encouraging you, take those steps that you need to take care of your cardiovascular system. You need good antioxidants. You need especially fat-soluble antioxidants. You need to make sure you get your good quality food and clean it up, okay? So this is why it's so important to keep a healthy diet, because it's about oxidation and oxidative stress in the cardiovascular system, and that is what is creating the plaque and the sticky cholesterol, okay? So that's my spiel. I know that if there's actually quite a bit of evidence and documentation. Right now I don't have the time to dig all that out and put those links, but there are several papers that I can, if I can get those out there and put those in the links, I'll get to that. If you don't see them yet, I just haven't gotten to it, and maybe you can write me a note, say, hey, remind me about those papers you were talking about. There's one on rabbits and there's one on pigs. Very, very definitive, very clear studies on the difference between sticky cholesterol and non-sticky cholesterol, and then the diet and what happens in the diet. So you can protect against heart disease even if you have sticky cholesterol, if you have the right content in your diet. So there is a lot of evidence for that. Okay, so that's my spiel about cholesterol, heart disease, oxidative stress. We need to take care of our lifestyle. Please do that. We need to get good breathing, good water. We need to hydrate, and then we need all the rest of the lifestyle change. Okay, happy wellness, one day at a time. This is a one day at a time thing. If you work at it one day at a time, at the end of 10 days, at the end of 100 days, at the end of 1,000 days, you will be better off. One day at a time. Make a better decision today, and tomorrow will be a little bit better. Okay? Happy wellness.